Love Dr. Pamela Smith. You know how I do it. I help you with relationship strategies and solutions to finding love and getting love. Do me a favor, make sure you share this with someone who needs help with finding love and getting something enhanced. I love my hearts, and thank you for following me. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube so you can get all the videos you may have missed if you're just joining the Love Doctor. Now, as you see, my topic is about, are you experiencing platonic love? Are you in a relationship that is of love? Or is it just a platonic relationship? And the reason why I wanted to talk about that is because a lot of time, the men and women confuse the type of relationship they are actually want. And so because of that, they enter into relationships with the idea that it will just be romantically or sexual. And sometimes it's just a platonic relationship. So let's talk about that. What is a type of platonic relationship? Well, those are non-sexual relationships. Those are relationships where it doesn't involve kissing. It doesn't involve any type of sexual desire for that person. Now you have a type of loving desire, but not a sexual desire. You don't feel like this type of relationship is someone you will want to take to the next level. Okay, so it's a different type of relationship, but you can experience other things within it. So let me explain that. How do you know, though, if it's platonic or actual sexual loving relationship? Well, most platonic relationships, and we've all experienced this, we've met someone that we truly had an interest in, wanted to get to know, and we didn't like them, like where we would have sex, especially sometimes not in the beginning, but we were interested in getting to know them, but not per se having a sexual relationship with them. But we found them to be endearing, that maybe we could take them to the next level in something else, maybe for someone else, or maybe business, or someone you just found that you genuinely thought you could care about them as a friend. And let me tell you why that happens and what happens and why it changes. First, let me tell you how you keep it, what keeps it platonic. Well, you don't cuddle, and you don't have romantic outings, you don't do those type of activities, and you don't have sexual activity going on, nor do you do any kissing, okay? So those kind of relationships, you are pretty much almost like friends, all right? Now, but can you really love someone that when you're in a platonic relationship? So here's what happened. We, most of the time, when we are meeting someone that we're interested in, we hope that is a person that we would like to take to the next level, right? But what happens sometimes, once you start having a conversation, you find that the conversation that you have with this person is more of a friend-like conversation versus a desire to be romantic or sexual with this person. And like all relationships, and I talk about this all the time, you don't get that type of understanding until you actually have a conversation. That's why every relationship that you deal in is based on what? Attraction. And so it takes time to really, truly recognize where you want to go until you actually hear that person's voice or actually have a conversation. And that's why I wanted to have this talk about your understanding the type of relationship you may have, and it may be because we women see it differently as you men see it differently. We experience the relationships we meet with men differently. Because sometimes we'll meet a guy and we're interested in him, but we're not sure if we're really interested in him sexually or romantically. We just think that this guy is pretty much, conversation, which from the conversation, remember this is from your conversation. He appears to have a great conversation, talks very well about business, caring. And so we really want to truly get to know this person. So the love you have then becomes more of a desire of like. Got it? So you have no sexual attraction when that happens. And it's more of an endearing like. Got it? So, and why does that happen? And what do you need to do to recognize the type of relationship you get in? See, when you can have a relationship with someone on a platonic side, and it could be an endearing, caring type of love. Because sometimes you can meet someone that you have a deep affection for between you and that person, and you're mostly what you really are can possibly just be concerned and care, but yet you don't have any romantic interest in that person or no sexual desires. And that happens a lot. So the way you need to recognize that is it happens all within, usually within the first, but anywhere from time for first to 3 days. But here's what really is the issue. You get into relationships on the basis of I'm attracted to her, I like to get to know her, and I like to be with her. But then when you get into that relationship, you realize that's not what you want. But what most of you will do, you will continue because you want to fulfill a certain piece of what you desire. You understand? And that's where the confusions come when you're trying to decide what type of relationship, if it's a platonic or if it's a loving relationship you like to take to the next level. And the reality is most relationships you enter into are usually platonic. And because you have a desire in a different way, you don't know how to tell the person, I think you're great to be a friend, or you're great to get to know, or you're great to, do things, or you're great for me to introduce you to someone. But for me, I don't see you in as, a relationship that I can, would like to take to the next level. We don't know how to be that frank with someone because we fear what they think rather, and then you don't want to hurt them. And so you've got to, learn how to be upfront with people that you bring into your life that you meet. Because what you do, you begin to waste your time and their time. And most relationship, I said again, when you're attracted to someone, they're always platonic. Remember, every relationship or someone you meet in the beginning is platonic. Because you don't know me and I don't know you. And I'm not sure of your interests and you're not sure of mine. So when you enter into a relationship, make sure that someone that you're interested in, try to figure out at the beginning of the conversation, because you can tell by the way someone talks, by the way they have a conversation with you, if there's someone you would like to take to the next level. And so in this talk, stop wasting time with someone that you see as a platonic relationship. Don't use them to fulfill a piece of what you're missing. It could be sex, it could be loneliness, it could be just wanting time with someone. Don't do that, because what happens is you can end up with someone that has very low self-esteem, can be low emotionally, and you can get yourself into a situation that can cause you harm. So make sure that you know what you're entering into. Is it platonic love, or is it actual attraction for sexual love for someone you desire? Okay? So I hope that helped you with some information tonight. Remember, if you're single, it's just for a moment. True love is only delayed. Just be patient. Love is always seeking you. If you're in a relationship, remember, make sure it's of peace, joy, and happiness. So thank you for joining the Love Dr. Pamela Smith tonight. We will be having another talk as we talk again about love, love,